Cairo-Durham students and staff returned to in-person classes on September 9th. You may be wondering, what is it like being back at school?
It's definitely a little different.
It's definitely different.
It's very different from other years.
School is definitely different, obviously, due to the circumstances, but I feel like everyone is coming together and teachers are trying to make the situation as positive and as normal as possible, providing the circumstance, and it creates an overall positive atmosphere for the students.
It's kind of different than last year because we have to wear our masks during the day.
So far, I think the students are being really mindful of following regulations, wearing their masks, always keeping things clean, tidy, and a lot of it is brand new and they've really taken it in stride.
Sometimes I don't like wearing my mask, but after wearing it for a while, you get used to it.
I think that they adjusted very well to this new situation quickly. They were able to understand the expectations with the social distancing, with the masks, with the way things are being done a little bit differently. Some of our assemblies are going to be virtual now, so all that was explained to them, and they really adjusted well to that.
In the hallways, we have to go stay to one side, and we have to make U-turns and all stay 6 feet apart.
I think a lot of the safety stuff is going good because I think the students are following everything we're being told. I mean, we're wearing our masks, we're mostly staying apart.
What is going really well, I think, is adapting to our socially hallway distant guidelines. The students have to be 6 feet apart, and I had the opportunity to stand in the hallway in the middle school lobby holding a U-turn sign to really help guide the hallway traffic in between classes and to really help the flow of traffic with our students. That was a difference to get used to, but I think that's really, really going well, and they're adapting well to that.
We have been following, walking in the hallways and dismissing in different times and everything to make everything work smoothly.
I think a lot of the students understand the situation, so they want to follow the protocol. They want to put their health first, so the protocols of keeping your 6 feet apart and wearing your mask at all times, the students are definitely following them, and they want to do their best to make sure that we have a safe environment.
The students have been absolutely amazing. They're following these U-turn rules in the hallway. They're keeping their mask on at all times, listening to teachers on their computer and at home and in the classroom at the same time. They've been more than patient with the struggles that we're trying to deal with as teachers. They've been helping us make it go smoothly.
The remote classes are going good for the most part. There are some difficult days due to internet issues or technology issues, but for a majority of the time, they're really good. Teachers are understanding of your situation, and they will do anything to communicate with you.
I'm finding myself walking down the hallway with my computer in my hand now, making sure I'm logging into Google Classroom, so if my students come into the classroom virtually, I'm still walking down the hallway from one class to the next. So that's kind of unusual when you're talking to your student in the hallway virtually as you're getting ready for class, and so you're on all the time basically, and whether you're in front of the kids or on a computer screen. So
it's a little different having school sometimes in person and sometimes online because it's just different. It's a different environment every day, and sometimes you're just looking at a computer screen, and other times you're actually in a classroom with seeing teachers. So I like it. I like the environment. I think we're doing good for our circumstances.
I think the biggest improvement we could use is having the children have a better workplace at home. It's not always easy with other children from other grades trying to learn as well, but I know as a mother too, I struggled with trying to make sure there was a place that felt like school to her all day, so that she understood that was time to be on, not being in our bed and leaning up against the wall, things like that, feel natural to do when you're at home on a computer. So it's nice if we can just have a desk or a table or something where they can sit up straight and no TVs, nobody talking. That would be great.
What I think we could always use parents' help is coming to school with computers charged and reminding our students to have them fully charged and to bring their computers with them, as we don't have loaner computers to give out this year. So we're really asking that our families and our students bring their computers fully charged with their charger to school should they need to charge it while they're here.
We're hoping for the best. I think everyone is. We certainly would love to be back to normal, but right now we're in a new normal and we're just adjusting to that. And I think just keep everything in perspective, keep an open mind.
It feels great to be back at school. It's nice to have that face-to-face connection with students.
I'm really excited to be back at school. Actually, it's nice to see all the kids' faces and be with my colleagues rather than just staring at a screen. There's just something to be said for being with people physically.
It is awesome to be back in my room. I absolutely miss my kids. I miss being in the building and interacting in the hallways and things of that nature. But it is great to be back in here. I think the kids are excited to be back in who have chosen to be back as well.
It honestly feels pretty amazing because it's not something that I thought I was going to be able to do, especially being a senior. I think that it's really great that everybody can kind of come together and work together as a whole to get through this and do what we can to have a good education.
It feels really great. It's great to see the students. We closed in March and it's been a long 6 months without seeing our middle school students, so I'm happy to see them. I really like seeing our 6th graders because they're new to the building and really helping them.
I'm really impressed about how smoothly things are going this year with the students, school, and admin, the bus drivers, the parents. Everybody has really worked hard to make their kids have an enjoyable experience, learning experience as best as we can under these, difficult times.
Everyone in our school, as far as staff, teachers, administration, is doing the most that they possibly can to keep all the kids safe. And in turn, the kids are really doing what they can to make that process be as smooth as possible for everybody. And they seem to be happy to be back, which is nice to see.
It feels good to be back at school.